So coming up, summer season, camping. I drink a lot of beer when I'm camping, especially a trip coming up here shortly that I've mentioned before, which is Bob Fest. So I created this, I don't know if you call it a kegerator, keg cooler, camping kegerator, wireless kegerator. I don't know what we're going to call it. Got my tap handle here. Show you inside real quick. It's heavy. Powered by frozen milk jugs. This is a quarter barrel. Got CO2 there. The insulation. I'm going to show you the process of how this came about. I do know that the handle placement seems kind of weird because I bought this hoping to find the quarter barrel keg that is only 14 inches tall, and this is going to be laying down like a normal truck box. Ordered the keg. I couldn't find the regular pony keg, as they call it, only the slim, which is narrower but taller. So we adapted, and this is what we ended up with. I still might try to find the shorter keg to make this a lay down kegerator. That is why I put the handle here, so that it would work both ways, laying down or stood up. But here I got a couple clips of me building this. We'll come back and we'll see if it works. So for starters, I'm just going to do some grinding. We're going to get rid of some of this excess metal, weight, just stuff in the way that we don't need. Before you do any of that, you always got to make sure you got your proper PPE. I'm all out of pre-task plans, but I do have the PPE, earplugs, gloves, glasses. Now we're ready. Let's do some grinding. So I took off a couple extra parts. The, I don't know what you call it, hinge arm, lock arm, the door overswing control arm, and obviously the hooks that went into the locks, which was the first part I cut off. But I think I'm going to get rid of the feet here. I don't need them. They're there, I don't know, for height. They have some mounting holes for if you were to get casters. I'm not. It's going to be stationary when I get it to where I'm going. And I think that'll be it. Let's get rid of some feet. Stubs for mounting feet. Stubs for mounting casters. Let's do it. Foot down. I mean, place for casters down. All right. So when I left you guys last night, 3 seconds ago to you, I guess, I had just got done grinding off all the excess metal that I thought that we didn't need. It was just weight, unnecessary for what we're going with. Off camera, I gave it a bath. A lot of grinding material and just rust and crap. It's used, it's old. I put some primer and some spots I felt could use it, especially where there was bare metal from grinding. Now I'm getting ready to insulate, and I'm going to show you what I got going on here. So these are this 2-inch foam board that you get at your local Home Depot. It's an R value of 13.1, which in this particular product, being a 2-inch foam, is the highest that they sell. Doing research, I found that, I don't know, I guess I'd say your average, let me turn you back around. I guess say your average cooler is an R value of 9. We have 4.1 more R's than that, so with limited space for ice chunks and whatnot, and I need this keg to stay cool for at least 2 days for a camping trip. The R values are hopefully going to have my back on that one. As you can see, I wrapped it in some foil tape. The reflective does help. You're supposed to put that towards the outside of your house or whatever you're supposed to use it for. I am doing this in a cooler. I'm going to put it to the inside just for aesthetics. I can't imagine it changes. Maybe it puts that 13.1 down to a 13. I'll show you what my process for installing the insulation, and yeah, we'll go from there. It's good to see you again. So what I got is I just got little dollops with some caulking just to help kind of adhere it to the sides. This is going to be the top, so I'm doing the top first, so the sides will essentially hold the top in place. I'm also doing 2 layers on the top alone. It'll get the most sun if I don't happen to have it in shade whilst camping. Other than that, I'm just hoping it works. That's why I added the primer. There's a little rust in here. Caulking should stick if it all works as planned. Another reason for doing 2 layers here is that's where the handles are on the side of the job box. So this will not be insulated. So I got 2 patch pieces here, and I'll lay the final piece over the top. Two more dollops. We're well on our way, folks. I'm going to do a little more insulating. I'll get back to you. Okay, so we got the insulating done. It went well. Looks all right. We're not going for looks here, and I'll get to that here in a minute. But it's all insulated. I want to show you what I did, and I'll show you what I shouldn't have done, or should have done better. Let's check it out. Alright, so here it is. So I put 2 layers on the top, Seems the most critical part when you're outdoors camping. I will try to put it under shade. Added a 1-inch layer of soft Armaflex to the bottom. Added some caulking in the corners. Every little bit helps, I guess. Added 2 inches Armaflex to the top. There's a lip here. I think that soft Armaflex will kind of help seal around that. And then we get to this. There's this kind of channel welded to the bottom for strength. And the only way I can think to insulate it was spray foam. So not being very experienced with spray foam other than cutting it out the bottom of my truck, which I guess I should have learned. A little goes a long ways. All these pieces of tape are holes. It's still oozing out. It doesn't stop. I've contained it, or it's slowed for the most part to a point where I think I'll just let it do its thing. And then once it's hardened, I'll just cut it out of there. The only thing that's ready, oh yeah. Got the tap itself is mounted to the side and ready. But yeah, I'm gonna get it all plumbed up. I mean, install the plumbing. And we'll show what we end up with. I should have learned my lesson. The spray foam. It's a bad thing. Well, my homies of YouTube, guess that about sums it up. One thing I didn't mention in the clips is I did add a gasket here, just in case. Being that there's only ice chunks in here because it's stood up, I don't want to fill it full of bags of ice, which would be ideal. But I don't have a feasible way to let all the water drain out and just make a mess, and there's mold of storing it and this and that. So I'm going to rely on the 13.1 R value insulation doubled up on top and just ice blocks. Realistically, once I leave home, say Friday for a normal camping trip, it's only got to stay cold till Saturday night. Sunday we're good to go. I get it home. So I need 2 days of ice blocks insulation. Well, without further ado, let's see if she works. It works. I gotta be honest, obviously I tried it before I turned the camera on. Got a nice boneyard red in there. Rojo Diablo, if I'm not mistaken. So to end this clip, I've had a couple people ask me about a clip of Bob from past Bob Fest. It's a really short clip, and I thought it was lost and gone. The long lost Bob clip. So the people who asked, we're going to end this video with Bob. We'll see you next time. Cue Bob. Oh.
Son of a bitch.
When I
Dance when there's no music.
well.